Hello everyone, welcome to episode 25 of Childe watches Deltora Quest. When we last left our heroes, they met Prendakin, yes, it's an original name, huh? And they promised to take him to Dread Mountain, I believe. And from the looks of the title of this one, I'm guessing we're going to spend the entire time flying, which is gonna kinda suck, but hopefully my commentary will get us through this. Anyway, yeah, Dread Mountain isn't the most interesting of the Deltora Quest books. It's, I think it's a step above the Shifting Sands, but I think it does sit at the bottom in terms of quality and just entertainment value.
Hi, I'm Leaf.
In general, too.
We're on a quest to find
Oh yeah,
the
they
7
changed
gems
the
of the
intro
Belt of
again.
Deltora that were stolen
Not
by
that
the
they
evil
meant
Shadow Lord.
meant that they had a whole lot of, whatchamacallit.
And the lapis lazuli, and we've been fighting all kinds of weird creatures.
I don't know, I'm just gonna let that thought drift off. But anyway, yeah, Dread Mountain, not a very interesting book. It's gonna get much more interesting in,
Stop being such a wet blanket.
Now
what's
we're
it called,
on a
Maze of the
place
Beast,
called Dread
after this
Mountain,
one, and
where
then
the fifth gem
my
is hidden.
personal favorite, Valley of the Lost. But I still haven't read book 8 yet. I'm gonna probably get to that whenever I start Valley of the Lost, and that title just said Kin to the Air, but I'm too late on it.
Backs to the mountain, you'd cut our travel time by a week or more. I beg you, give the matter more consideration.
If we go back, the dread gnomes will finish our kind once and for all. I cannot allow that.
Don't you wanna go
I think
back?
this was in the
It's
book
your
too.
home. It's
I
not
believe
fair
like
that you were
half
exiled
the
here
kin
forever.
were reluctant to go because they were afraid that they were gonna get killed.
It's important that
But
we get to
I'm
Dread
pretty
Mountain as
sure
quickly
like
as
a
we
couple
can.
are gonna
We're
volunteer
being
for it
chased
just
because
because
we're
they
on a
missed the
quest that will
place.
return peace to all of Deltora.
Isn't he the coolest?
We
Yep,
could go
he's the
home if
coolest.
peace was returned to the entire kingdom. It would mean the gnomes would have to stop attacking us.
Just imagine, by taking them, we'd be fighting to get our mountain back.
That's right. Our quest is for all Deltorans to reclaim
Kinda.
their land from the evil Shadow Lord.
My fellow kin, don't you think it's worth it to at least try? Besides, don't we owe him?
It is
He
worth a
risked his
try,
life
and
to
you
save
do
no
owe him.
one. I think we must help him. It's the right thing to do.
I agree.
But I do understand their hesitation with this.
But Elder Kren, don't you see?
There's only a few kin left. I believe they are believed to be extinct, but as you can see, they're not extinct just yet.
dangerous.
I won't allow it. I've mourned enough already for the loss of far too many kin. We are grateful to you, but you must understand why we cannot do this.
Okay, I guess we're just gonna spend
All
an
day
entire
spent
episode
arguing,
debating.
Still won't budge an inch.
I have to wonder if there's any way we can convince him.
His reasons aren't
Probably
selfish,
not,
though.
Leaf,
He's
unless
clearly
you can
concerned
learn how
about
to
the
fly
safety of our
yourself.
kin. That's exactly what makes him a
Hold on,
good
let me
leader.
adjust the mic
I
a little
wonder
bit.
if we should
There we
just
go.
go there
That's a
on
little
our
bit
own.
better. Hopefully I'm
Yeah,
not
I think
getting
that'd be
a
best.
whole lot of
I don't wanna
reverb on
push
this
the
thing.
issue anymore. We'll just walk like we originally planned.
How long do you think it'll
Okay,
take to get there?
starting tomorrow, we're
Roughly 2 weeks
walking.
would be my guess.
It's gonna take 2 weeks?
The direct route takes us through several difficult mountain passes. That's why I thought flying was such a good idea. It would have been so much quicker.
Would have been.
Oh well, before we met the kin, we thought we were gonna have to walk anyway. So let's get some sleep. We're gonna want to head out early tomorrow.
Indeed. Noticing it now,
I'm fine. I'm just a
I
bit
think
thirsty.
pretty
I'm gonna
much
go drink
after,
at the spring.
I can't remember the exact spot, but, I believe they were actually afraid to start fires during the night, so now so now they do camps without fires. I know they don't do fires in, Maze of the Beast for fear of Ulce. I'll bring them up whenever they show up. And, whatchamacallit. Yeah, just Ulce. And here we're probably gonna see Leaf's dad. Oh, yep, there he is. Jared, with his deformed feet.
I miss you. I wish you were with us.
Wonder what that
Hey,
glow is in
Father?
his eyes.
It's me, Leaf, your
Probably
son.
symbolism,
Don't
but
you recognize me?
I'm pretty sure
You're
the
not
show
even moving
probably
your
doesn't
eyes. Can't
have
you
a whole
hear
lot
me?
of
Please
symbolism,
say
is it?
something.
Symbolism in it, and if it is, it's probably just directly
That's
ripped
right.
from the books.
Friend told us that only our spirit is present in the dream. He can't see or hear me.
Yep. Makes you think you can touch him, Leaf. There's that one guy. Can't remember his name. Okay.
Who's this?
How are you finding the accommodations here? Jared, the humble blacksmith.
The humble blacksmith.
That's Brandine? I remember Dad told me he was King Endon's chief advisor who was secretly working for the Shadow Lord the whole time.
You can't be. I'm seeing things.
There's no need to look. No one's there.
A likely story.
What's going on over here? Oh, there he goes. To your death with you.
I saw you fall. You can't be real.
Ah, you remember that. But I assure you, I am not Brandine.
So tell me, who are you?
Who I am doesn't concern you. All you need to know is that I am a servant of the master of this kingdom, the all-powerful Shadow Lord.
The Shadow Lord.
Just like him.
When one passes, there is always another. The master prefers this face and form.
Funny enough, in the books, when Jared called him Randian, or whatever his name was, that guy, he basically said, he fell to his death not too long ago. Surely you know. Surely if you remember that, you would know something about it, and then Jared avoids the question.
Why was it found in your house, blacksmith?
The belt of Deltora.
Because he stole it.
I don't remember.
Don't try to play games with me. The master knows that you helped your fool of a friend Endon escape along with his witless bride and their unborn brat.
Endon was a complete fool, wasn't he? He thought I was a traitor. He would never have asked me to help him escape. All the better, because I wouldn't do a thing to help that coward. Will that be all?
Your son. Where is your son, blacksmith?
He's hiding from you.
And mine. He left our house months ago. Blacksmith worked bored him, so he ran off with his friends. We don't know where he is. It's a lie!
How do you know it's a lie?
See, peasant. We have reports of 3 travelers who have destroyed certain allies and stolen valued goods from my master. We know of your futile plan to reclaim the kingdom. The 3 are a grown man, a wild girl with a black bird, and a boy of about your son's age. So, blacksmith, we already know everything. The young boy is your son, and the grown man is your friend Endon. Will you continue to play innocent with me?
Yep.
I hope so.
To be fair, that's not the whole
enjoying
truth.
Our conversation.
Barda isn't Endon, and I haven't quite run into the fate of Endon yet, but it's probably going to turn up in whatchamacallit. Oh, Return to Del. I really need to start that book, but I've just been putting it off like I have this series.
And if my son was really so dedicated, he never would have left his parents alone at the forge. Unfortunately, the truth is different. Endon is a foolish coward, and my son is lazy and only thinks of himself.
No!
Yeah, just kick him.
You do that?
Oh yeah, I'm a
I
spirit.
expect to hear answers, not lies. It would not be wise of you to try my patience, blacksmith. Your life is not the only one that's
No, I can't remember. I think it's been a while. It's been about a week, guys. But in the last episode, wasn't it inverse? Leaf, the whole place was ghostly, and Leaf was normal. Now that I think about it, but it's probably not that big of a deal. And I notice how how Jared's hair is yellow and his eyebrows are brown.
Right, Father.
It's a bit odd.
We are. We've already got 4 out.
Maybe he dyes his hair.
We're on our way to Dread Mountain.
Maybe
right
he's
now
a lot
to get the fifth,
older
and
than
we're
we
moving
think
as fast
he
as
is.
Our feet will take us. So hang in there. We're gonna be back before you know it. Don't give up.
If I could talk to you, I'd tell you never give up, and that I'm fighting my fight.
That's a little on the nose right there.
Always remember that what you are doing is for the freedom of all of Deltora.
It'd be one thing if he was thinking this, but if he just for the fact that he's saying it, kind of just makes it a bit too obvious.
You're awake. What did you dream?
I don't. Did Barda's
Well, they think I'm
lips
Endon.
just not move?
My mother would have been so proud. But I don't think she'd ever have believed it. This is really good news, though. It means they still haven't realized the beggar who used to ask for change outside the forge has also disappeared.
Morning,
Yep.
Jasmine.
Nothing happened. I drank the water, but I didn't dream of anything. I tried to think of my dad's face, but I was so young when he was taken. It's just a blur to me.
I'm so
That
sorry.
could be it.
Don't be. It's probably better this
Oh,
way. He was taken prisoner by
Barda
other
probably
guards
just
and
didn't
most
sleep.
likely
I
suffered a
wonder
great
if
deal.
Barda slept.
I just hope
Who
he's
he would have
with
thought
my
of?
mom now.
Probably Probably Jared.
Besides, there's nothing I can do about it anyway. So let's just drop it. We should get going.
You're right.
Yep.
Let's go.
Time to get out of
We're all
here.
still here.
And we're just gonna
We've been
take
thinking
off
it
with.
over.
And we've decided that we want to help you get to Dread Mountain.
Are you sure? I mean, that'd be really great. Thank you.
But what
Does
about
that
your
mean
leader?
Elder Kren changed his mind?
Nope.
And I don't think it's a good idea.
Oh, don't worry. No one listens to the old man anyway.
We've decided we're going, and that's that.
I don't think anybody could change our minds about this.
Yeah.
It's kind of
He's a
odd that
wise man.
one of them
He
has
can be very
brown
stubborn at
brown
times. He's
antennas like
always
that, and the
like
rest
that.
of them
It's
have
useless to try
antennas
and
in their
convince him.
hair.
But it wouldn't feel right.
You don't have to worry. We'll take care of everything.
Nice trumpet solo right there. And there's Barda posing. I think that's the same one. I think the beginning is different.
All right, all aboard.
Should
I
just
am
hop
not
on?
sure what
You
that looks
do,
like.
and I'll bop you one.
Oh. Where do I go?
In the pouch.
Are you snuggly wuggly in your pouchy wouchy?
Stop laughing at me.
It's a bit
You
odd.
seem
I
proud, Marin.
could-
Looks like you got the biggest baby.
Look how
size
cute the big
consistency
baby looks in
is
her pouch.
something the
Quit teasing
series
the
gets
poor
off a
human.
lot.
We don't want to make him cry
Gets
now.
wrong a whole lot because, like, I believe further Barda was about the
Okay,
same
this is a
size
bit
as them, so I don't know why he would be able to
I
fit in
think
them
it's kinda
right now.
cozy.
So, ready for takeoff?
Kinda cozy.
What do you think you're doing? I already said that I was against any of you taking them to Dread Mountain.
Just take off now.
Please, don't try to stop us. You need to understand that we're doing this for the future of our tribe.
What do you mean? We already discussed this yesterday. Your actions will accomplish nothing, and we will lose 3 more kin.
You know he's right.
Not
Please,
exactly.
Don't be foolish. I can't stand the thought of mourning for the 3 of you.
Foolish? You already have little one, but we have no young. We need to eat the boolong cones. This is something we should
Oh
have
yeah,
done a long, long
here's
time
this
ago.
weird
It's
pregnancy
true,
thing.
we're
They
safe
gotta
here
eat
and
the
happy
cones in
together,
order to
but we're all
reproduce.
getting older, and soon there
I
won't
guess
be
they
any
gotta
left.
keep it
If
PG,
we
but
want our
still,
tribe to
that's kind of
continue,
odd.
we've
I
gotta
don't.
take a chance.
Is there a
Can't you
species?
just go to a
I'm pretty
mountain
sure
and
there's not
dream?
a species that reproduces asexually like that.
I
I mean, not one that isn't, say, plants or.
No, Prin.
I think just plants do that because they
No, little one,
basically
it's too dangerous.
release their
We need to
seeds in
keep
the
you
air,
safe 'cause you're the
and
only
the
one
seeds
we-
pollinate in other plants, and that's how they make more plants.
I'm not a kid anymore. I don't care what you say.
Though I don't know any sort of mammal-like creature that
Get over
reproduces
here right
asexually
now.
like that.
Be a good girl and do as you're told. Stop bothering the adults. This is not for
Aww.
you to decide.
Why
See
did
what
they
you
get
have
out?
done? We were peaceful and happy here before you 3 arrived.
What do you
We were
mean?
content to visit our mountain in our dreams. Now, for the first time, there is anger between us, and little one is unhappy.
Yeah, first time.
Now, wait a minute. It's not fair for you to blame the strangers, Kren. Marin, Elsa, and I have agreed to go to the mountain of our own free will.
That's right. Think about it. Do you want the kin to disappear forever without putting up some sort of fight?
Of course not, Elsa. You know that there is nothing more important to me.
Yeah,
than
we just
protecting
want
our
to
tribe.
die off
We know
slowly
that,
and
but you don't
painfully.
seem to consider what it's like for little one.
What are you talking about?
What kind of life is it for a child to grow up with no companions, and eventually she'll be all alone?
Pretty much. You're dooming her. You're dooming her to that fate if you don't even try to do something. The wind's blowing, so I'm deep in thought. Could this be symbolism for the changing winds
I must
of his
admit I hadn't
changing
considered
mind?
that before. You're
Probably, but I
right.
don't
You
know.
3 drank from the dreamings.
I don't think they
Twice
put a
now,
whole
and
lot.
nothing has happened to you.
I know they
Therefore,
don't put a
I
whole
cannot
lot of thought
let
into
you
these
off.
episodes. They just read the book, go, okay,
Your journey to
now
our
let's
mountain
just
is, as you
stretch
say,
it out
is
to a
all
23-minute
Deltora,
period,
including
and then, yeah, we'll figure it out from there.
All right, girls. Let's get the show on the road.
Okay, get in the sacks.
Take care of yourselves and return to us with the greatest of speed.
Right.
Right.
Feel that? That's quite a tailwind. Let's get going.
Hey! Why are you running?
We're
Why
a
do
lot
you
heavier
think?
with you, so we've got to get more speed.
So are they gonna jump off a cliff? Because that doesn't look like a cliff.
Hold on, 'cause here we go!
Oh, the majesty of flight. I'm surprised Jasmine is the one that likes us the most, but I guess it kind of matches her personality. Are they just gonna stumble into Dread Mountain? I mean, yeah, look, they just flew over all that, so this automatically makes it so much faster.
Hey, please don't fly so high. What if I accidentally fall out?
Would be a lot quieter around here.
What do you think? Isn't this the coolest?
Yeah.
Indeed, Jasmine, indeed.
No, don't listen to her.
How long
believe in the
will it
book
take
they
to reach the
remark how
mountain?
like it's
We'll
a
have
pretty
to stop when the
terrifying
sun goes
experience,
down.
but
If
I
we
guess they
continue
get used
have
to it
good
after a
weather
while.
like right now, we should get there tomorrow.
I mean, really, if you think about it,
So tomorrow we'll
I
find
get
out if Dread
if
Gnome
you
is still
squirmed a lot, you
looking out
probably
for
would
the
fall
king.
out, but
If they do,
who
we're
knows?
going down with
They got
them.
arms, so they can readjust. Now they're just dive
Everything's gonna
bombing.
go as planned. The 4 gems that we've already got will protect us. I can feel it. Each
Up
gem
next
has
is
its
the
own
emerald.
magic, but the 7
Oh,
gems
now we got a
together are
recap
far
for
more
everybody.
powerful. Only the Belt of Deltora, complete as it was first fashioned by Auden and worn by Auden's true heir, has the power to defeat the enemy. We've got to get the other gems as soon as possible so we can start looking for the king's son. Without him, it's useless.
Well, you think that whatchamacallit, the Belt would just choose someone else? Because they're in a time of need. Okay. I'm curious to see where this elite Grey Guard troop comes in, because I'm not sure how well they're going to track
Where are we
them.
gonna land?
They're probably going to show up in some spin-off episode now that Dagon's gone forever, but
Between the mountain and the spring.
I'm just curious how they're going to track them, because I don't see how they're going to do it well.
That's why we call it kin rest.
There we go. Oh, just land on your butt. That'll take most of the shock.
Oh, I never thought that I'd be this happy to feel firm ground below me.
I can't believe what a big fuss you were making, Barda.
I'm heavier than you guys, so I was constantly thinking that maybe our pouch was gonna break on me.
I kept telling
Yep,
him he'd be
it's
all right,
gonna
but
break.
he just wouldn't listen.
Oh, come on.
That'd be a
Big
pretty
children
funny
much larger
sight
than
if
you
a
can ride in our
horrifying
pouches,
one.
No problem.
Oh
You
no,
really
it's
are quick in there.
breaking! Just
But if
stomach
you fuss
splits
again
open.
tomorrow, I'm leaving you here.
Sorry about that. I promise I won't complain anymore. Probably.
Just zip it.
It's really amazing how much these trees have grown since I was a child.
You can barely see the stream from above because of how thick they are.
Hey, Ailsa, isn't that the cave we used to play in when we were kids?
It is. It's so different, though. It seems everything here has changed in some way.
It's been, I want to say 14, maybe 16 years. I think it's like the Lake
Hey,
of
Jasmine,
Tears where
what
it's
do the
been
trees
16
say? Are they
years since
happy?
they fled.
They're excited to see Kin again. It's been a while since they've stopped here. But then, I also sense sadness and even fear in them. Something bad happened. Someone they cared for came to an untimely end here.
Did they tell you when it happened?
Some
Nope.
of these trees are hundreds of years old. Their sense of time is completely different than ours, so it's hard to say.
I don't get it. What do you mean?
Well, the sadness
Someone
they're remembering could
obviously
have happened
died
a year
here,
ago
Leaf.
Or 20 years ago. They don't count like we do, so it's hard for me to figure out when a thing took place. It's getting a bit cold. Do you think it'd be alright if we lit a fire? The trees are so grown over, they'll hide the light. I kinda need something to cheer me up a bit right now.
But they won't
Sure,
hide the
let's do
smoke, and an Akababa can see the smoke. Or we can just not
Would you three
animate
come
smoke.
over here? We've got something we want to show you. When we were young,
Bones
we
of a dead
always used to
kin?
play in this cave whenever we stopped here. We were exploring it and reminiscing when we came across some strange things.
What kind of strange things?
Look at that.
This wasn't in the book, by the way,
Someone
guys.
lives here.
Is this a sauna? No,
Yes,
that's just
but it
dust.
has to be after we fled our mountain and stopped visiting this place.
We never saw anybody but other kin when we came here.
There's something else, too.
Oh wait, I remember
Looks
now.
like there's writing scratched on this stone.
This is a grave, and they're gonna find something written on the wall. Oh no, I guess it's just gonna be written on the whatchamacallit
Here lies
thing.
Doom of the Hills, who sheltered a friendless stranger and so met his end. He will be
He will
avenged.
be
That means this
avenged.
has to be Doom's grave.
You really think this is about him?
It can't be. I mean,
I
think about
believe in the
This
books it
headstone
was
is
written on the
old.
walls
Hard
in
to tell,
blood,
I'd say it's been
but
here for at least 10 years, maybe more.
Hey, look at that. It's the symbol of the resistance.
yeah, with the symbols of
man
the
knows
resistance
someone else entirely.
below
the real
it.
Doom is actually buried here under
So
this
yeah, I
stone.
guess this was in the books. I just
You're
forgot
saying
about
he
it.
stole his identity?
The real question is, why does he feel the need to conceal who he is?
Why do you think? The Shadow Lord knows all.
For all we know, he could be a spy for the Shadow Lord.
Why would you think that, Leaf? Why? Why? Just why? Yes, I'm part of the Resistance, and I'm a spy for the Shadow Lord. Oh, the logic. But yeah, that was episode 25, guys. Nothing really happened there, but at least there was stuff to talk about rather than that. Funny enough, that one actually went by pretty fast. I'm not sure if it's shorter. It's probably not shorter, but it seemed like it was shorter than the other episodes. But yeah, up next we're gonna arrive on Dread Mountain and stuff's gonna happen. So yeah, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.
The Karn Squad is waiting for us when we get to Dread Mountain. These guys are way stronger than any of the Grey Guards I've ever seen. And as if that isn't enough, a monster from the Shadowlands attacks us. Next episode, Brawl Attack.